Hello and good morning, dear. Hope you all are well and doing well with your studies. In our last class, we were discussing our chapter materials as metals and non-metals. In our last session, we have discussed reaction with water, and after this, the corrosion and methods of corrosion prevention. Now, today we are starting our next reaction, means next chemical property. It's reaction with acids. So reaction with acids, as highly reactive metals like sodium, magnesium and potassium reacts with HCl or H2SO4. HCl means hydrochloric acid or H2SO4 is sulfuric acid. As highly reactive metals as sodium, magnesium, potassium reacts with HCl or H2SO4 to form salt and hydrogen. The first one is magnesium Mg reacted with HCl, hydrochloric acid. It will give MgCl2, magnesium chloride, and magnesium chloride is a salt, and it will release H2 hydrogen gas. As metal reacted with hydrochloric acid, it will give product as magnesium chloride salt plus water. Second, as zinc metal reacts with sulfuric acid H2SO4, it will give zinc sulfate ZnSO4 plus S2 hydrogen gas. Now moving on to third metal, it's aluminium Al. Aluminium reacts with HCl hydrochloric acid. It will give the product as AlCl3. It's aluminium chloride, it's salt and H2 hydrogen gas. So it is observed that the metals react with acid and it will give salt and hydrogen gas. And if we move to the non-metals, the most non-metals do not react with acid. As metals react with acid, it will give salt and hydrogen gas, but non-metals do not react with acid because they are non-capable of replacing hydrogen from the acids. Now moving on to the next chemical property, it's reaction with base. First, reaction with acid gives salt and hydrogen gas. Now moving on to reaction with bases, as metal reacts with bases to form hydrogen gas. The bases are NaOH, sodium hydroxide, CaOS2, calcium hydroxide, Na2CO3, it's sodium carbonate. As the first example is Zn, means if zinc reacts with base sodium hydroxide, it will give sodium zincate. It will again give salt and S2 hydrogen gas. It is observed that metals reacts with acids and bases. In both the cases it will give the product as salt and hydrogen gas. But non-metals do not react with acid, but non-metals react with bases in oxide form, not directly, as metal react directly, but non-metals react in oxide form to give water. Here zinc taken place in the reaction directly, but carbon non-metal take place in the reaction in the form of oxide, CO2 carbon dioxide. As calcium hydroxide CaOS2, it's a base. Calcium hydroxide reacts with the carbon dioxide, it will give salt and water. So the conclusion is that metals react with hydroxide, it will give salt and water, but non-metals reacts in oxide form with the base and it will give salt and water. Both the result are salt and water, but metal reacts directly and non-metal reacts in oxide form with the base. Don't be confused too much with acids and bases, because we will discuss acids and bases more in our chapter acid base. Now moving on to next chemical property, its displacement reactions. As displacement reaction, you all are familiar with the meaning of displacement. Means if one thing displaces the other is called displacement, and same thing happens in the reaction also. It gives better evidence about reactivity of metals. It tells us how more reactive the one metal is from the other, because in displacement a more reactive metal can replace a less reactive metal. To understand displacement reaction, we will do an activity, means a simple test. First of all, we will take 5 beakers, beaker A, B, C, D and E, means 5 tubes. We will take 5 test tubes. In first test tube, there is a solution of copper sulfate, CuSO4. The copper sulfate solution is blue in color, and if we add zinc in the solution, we will get the colorless, means the copper sulfate, before the reaction the color of the solution is blue. Add we as zinc in the CuSO4 solution, the whole test tube color become colorless, and there is a red color deposited at the bottom of the test tube. It is due to the copper. As we have discussed what displacement means, if one metal displaces the other, it means the metal is more reactive. As blue color changes to colorless solution, it means zinc is more reactive than copper, so that's why zinc replaced the copper. It displaced the copper and taken the place of copper in the copper sulfate solution, means CuSO4. So we can say zinc is more reactive than copper. And in beaker B, means second test tube, we will take again copper sulfate solution and add iron nail, Fe iron. We will add an iron nail in the test tube. The result will again, we will get the solution colorless. As blue color changes to colorless, it means Fe is also more reactive than the copper metal. In beaker C, we will take solution of zinc sulfate, ZnSO4 and copper. The resultant is no reaction takes place, because copper is less reactive than zinc. As in above two reactions, we observe that there is a color change. It means the reaction is taking place. But in beaker C, we observe there is no color change. The solution remain unchanged. So it concludes that there is no reaction taking place. And if there is no reaction, the result is that the copper is less reactive than zinc. Now moving on to the fourth equation. In fourth beaker D, there is a solution of FeSO4, ferrous sulfate, means iron sulfate solution. We add copper Cu. Again there is no color change, it means no reaction. It concludes that iron is more reactive than copper. In last test tube, we will take zinc sulfate solution, ZnSO4 solution, and we add iron nail. Again there is no color change, it concludes no reaction taking place. The result is zinc is more reactive than iron. So from these 5 tests, it is observed that there is color change in only A and B, means zinc is more reactive than copper and iron is more reactive than copper. But iron is less reactive than zinc. So we will get a reactivity series in these 3, as zinc is more reactive than Fe, means zinc is more reactive than iron, and iron is more reactive than copper. So we will get an increasing order of reactivity between these three. So we will discuss some more reactivity table as follows. As reactivity of some more metals as follows. As potassium and sodium, these are maximum reactive. It's the decreasing order of reactivity, means metals from the left side are the maximum reactive, and the last one copper, Hg means mercury, Au gold, and Pt platinum. As gold and platinum are the least reactive metals, it is the reason that because gold and platinum do not react with the atmosphere, that's why these are used in making ornaments, because they will remain unchanged for long time. As platinum is minimum reactive, means platinum is more good quality than gold, then why don't we use platinum as ornament? Because the platinum is very costly and is don't found in too much in the atmosphere. That's why gold is used as ornaments. It is the reason. Hope you all understood the class. Keep revising again and again. Best of luck and meet you soon in next session. Goodbye.